Hi there, Alec from Vacuum Spot here. Today I'm going to do a quick video on the Nilfisk Extreme Vacuum. This particular model is an X150, but it doesn't matter if it's an X200 or 300 or any of the other Extremes. It's come in because the owner has said it's running for sort of 5 or 7 minutes and then turning itself off, which typically is a sign of overheating, but could be a sign of a faulty motor. The faulty motor we would normally hear with a popping sound or having a funny smell. So we'll just turn it on, have a quick listen and see if either of those are applicable. Okay, that sounds honestly perfect. So let's have a little bit of a look at the inside of the machine. Okay, so it's got a new bag, so that's not really going to be a problem, although I do notice that it's not a genuine Nilfisk. Non-genuine bags are fine, they'll work, but what you'll find is that they do allow more material through the motor, causing shorter filter life, and it can wear the motor out. So I generally recommend using original bags. Okay, I think we've got a bit more of an obvious source of the problem here. This is our filter. That's feral. That's that's about as full as you could ever likely see. So we have to actually remove it. So we just unclip this part here. Now this is no surprise, that's actually going to cause a significant amount of airflow loss and suction loss. So, I happen to have some Nilfisk bags under my desk, so let's have a look. The original bags have got a cutout like this, so you would simply cut out the square. Now, I also have one that's cut to size already, so I'm just going to use that for the moment to make it a little bit quicker. Okay. Now, this is so dirty. You could just tip this upside down, but because I have a vacuum here, I don't know if you can see in there, there's all sorts of foodstuffs and heaps of junk. Even a screw. So we'll get rid of that. And now this here, I think from memory, this little tab points to the back. Oh, while we're here, you'll actually see that there's some stuff going through and we're going to have to pick that off. Get rid of that. See if I can use the vacuum to clean it. Now, in all honesty, that's a bit of an imperfect clean, but after I do this I'm going to have to remove the motor and do a proper full motor service on this because there's way too much stuff going through. So now the little tab goes at the back and we just fit this in like so. Okay, so that goes in there with this little loopy bit. That allows it to come out. Now we're going to use the proper Nilfisk bags, and they basically just slide into this groove. You can see there's a groove here. This can't be done with the hose attached, so always remove the hose first, otherwise it just won't work. Because of all that material that's in behind that filter, we're going to have to look at the exhaust filter as well, because I strongly suspect if it's this dirty at the front, it's going to be pretty dirty at the rear too. Now, the exhaust filter is underneath the machine on this model. You'll notice you've got 3 locking tabs here. So they're currently in the lock position. We're just going to move them to open. Now, straight away, this looks clean, although it does have some telltale signs. See these little black slits? That's where the filter has actually become blocked and the air has forced its way through, actually splitting the filter material. So that filter is no longer doing its job. Wow. It's been a while since I've seen something quite that full on. If you are doing your filter change like this, and it's this bad, there are a couple of things you could do or should do. First one is take it to a repairer, because the ideal is to have that motor out and actually cleaned properly. The other alternative is simply to turn it on without that filter there. I'll just show you. By turning it on without anything here to stop the air coming out and covering up the inlet, you're letting the motor build up pressure and then exhaust as much as it possibly can. So that's a cheat's 30-second way of cleaning the motor. This really will benefit from the motor coming out and properly servicing. Having done that though, let's fit a new filter. Here we've got a Nilfisk original. This is the highest grade of filtration. This is a H14 and it simply slots in like so. You put the bottom in and then you allow it to sit up like that, and then we're going to retighten these latches. That's it. So look, honestly, I have no troubles believing this machine was turning off after 5 or 7 minutes. They all have a thermal overload, which means if they get too hot, they simply turn off to save damaging the motor. This is very obviously the reason. So by changing the filter, going with original bags, giving the machine a clean, it's going to work much better and no longer turn itself off. So if your machine needs that, easy fix. This is Alec at Vacuum Spot. If this was helpful, please hit subscribe or just like the video. Thanks for your time.